Well, bless your heart, kind friends. This is Minister Hill. Welcome you to another day. And today I want to talk about 666, the mark of the beast. But before I get started, I just want to tell you, don't let the devil ride. I said, don't let the devil ride. If you let him ride, he's gonna want to drive. Don't let him ride. Don't pick the devil up. No, no. I said, don't pick the devil up. If you pick him up, he's gonna start some stuff. Don't pick him up. Yes, Lord. Don't let the devil ride. You know, I'm reminded of this story before I get started of this mean, evil man. He had a donkey, and the donkey just couldn't produce because he was old. So he decided to bury the donkey alive. So he put the donkey down in a hole, and he was digging dirt, and he was throwing it back over his shoulder into the hole, and he just kept on. He just kept on digging, and then he just kept on throwing dirt on top of the donkey, and he just kept on throwing dirt, and he kept on throwing dirt in the hole. And when he looked behind him, the donkey was out of the hole up where he was. You know why? Because every time he would throw dirt on the donkey would shake it off and pat it down. And that's what I want to tell you. If you're in a bad relationship and you want to get out of it, shake it off, huh? And pat it down. There's people persecuting you and saying all manner of evil about you, shake it off and pat it down. If you can't find a friend and they are rejecting you on your job, shake it off and pat it down. That's all you got to do, huh? You got to shake yourself loose. Can I move on? Let me put on my glasses here. No, these are not sunshades. Some people may think these glasses were made for Minister Hill. These are my eyeglasses. Ain't they nice? Specially made for the preacher. Yeah. So today I'm talking about, once again, Satan and the mark of the beast. Just to remind and reiterate to the Christian, we don't depend on a stimulus, but we depend on God and His Son, whom is similar. Did y'all get that? We don't depend on the government who rides on Jesus' shoulder, but Christians depend on God and His Son. Huh? We don't depend on the stimulus. We depend on God and His Son, who is similar. My God. The devil is real. Do you not know that a preacher cannot hook up with any lay member? Did you know that? Just any old common woman, it won't work. Or a evangelist female cannot hook up with just any man, just any old common man. It won't work. But the two of you has to be equally yoked together. If you unequally yoked together, my friend, it will not work. You got to be yoked together spiritually for it to work. Because it is not God's will for you two that's unequally yoked to be together. It's not God's will. And that person, my friend, will throw you out in the streets. Something has to give. Either God will give you time to move out, or the devil will get in that other person and throw you out. Because if God has a work for you to do and you hooked up with somebody you're unequally yoked with, something has to give. Can I get a witness? Jonah, I'm reminded of Jonah, the men in the ship. They threw Jonah overboard. Uh huh. because Jonah had a work to do in Nineveh. God had a work for John to do in Nineveh. When you are connected with the devil, my friend, in a relationship, they can cause you to cut yourself while you are shaving. You know, you could be shaving and they'll say, when you get through, get out of my house. You know what I'm saying? Hooked up with the wrong person can cause you to nick yourself all the time. Yes, that's true. When you are connected with an unpleasant person, they will cause you to respond to road rage. Huh? You're driving along and you're responding to road rage. What is that you're holding up? That's something you normally don't do. But you just left home with an unpleasant person. But when you are connected with the right person, you will leave home singing and whistling. Huh? I got a little red rooster, and I love the way she spread her wings. You see what I mean? You leave home full of joy. Joy bells keep ringing in my soul. Yes, Lord. So you don't want to get trapped with the beast. And the beast have demons that will justify a person's wrongdoings unto you. When Jonah was thrown out, the Bible said that God prepared a fish for Jonah. Hmm? But some people will throw you out in the streets with no place for you to go. At least when they threw Jonah overboard, God had a fish prepared for him. But some people will throw you out in the streets, ice cold, with no place to go. And guess what? And you can find that same person that threw you out in the streets at church on Sunday. The beast will cause a group of women to go to the Caribbean islands to have sex with nasty looking men with dreadlocks. Ain't that something? Or if she don't have sex, she will go just to see, to fulfill her curiosity. All she has to do is rebuke that evil spirit and stay home with her man and please him. But the beast will cause people to be driven, and death is at the end. So we're talking about today 666, the mark of the beast. There will come a time in this life when people will have to make a choice to trust God, which is the patience of the saints, or receive the mark of the beast so that they can buy and sell. Without the mark 666, people will not be able to buy or sell. As you go in most stores now, you'll see that there are barcodes on most items in the grocery stores. And in your hand, there will be a code of 666. This will be the barcode for you to scan to buy and to sell. The stage is being set right now. Am I right? Jesus revealed unto John by his angel of the things to come before the end time. While John was under the hypnosis of the Holy Ghost, he beheld a beast coming up out of the earth. And this beast had two horns like a lamb, and he spake as a dragon. People don't understand the book of Revelation because of the symbols, uh, such as a beast with 10 horns and 2 heads. See, Revelation is in code to confuse the enemy. Those that was in Romans that was against